are you, Fluky?
Hold it, Daddy.
How are you, Wilbur?
Freeze. I don't want to unglue that magnificent aura. You see, Daddy, I didn't want to disturb the vibrations.
Mm-hmm. Well, I understand you've got some vibrations.
You heard about the governor of our fair and sovereign state?
What about him?
Well, Daddy, I'm hip he's going to pay this swinging little community a visit.
I'm sure he'll leave us shaken, but a much wiser man.
No, Daddy. Neither shaken nor wiser.
How's that?
Dead, Daddy. D-E-D, dead. Like he's gonna be killed.
The wonders of the deep. Watch.
Piranha in a fish tank, Josiah? He'll eat all the other fish.
It's quite possible.
It's not very kind.
That depends on your point of view, my boy. You see, Peter, the majority are for the underdog. I happen to be for the upper dog. Now, this chap here, the piranha, obviously a constitutional psychopathic personality.
Discouraging.
Oh, infinitely. So you see, I must provide for him a form of analysis, an opportunity to project his hostilities.
Sounds a little bloodthirsty.
Only to those who are being eaten.
I seem to recall a line, the meek shall inherit.
Peter, the meek are the meek because they are incapable of resolving their inner conflicts. If the piranhas of this world do not destroy them, they will destroy themselves.
Speaking of destruction.
Ah, yes. You're concerned with the assassination plot against our good governor.
Look, Josiah, he's due in a couple of hours. Do you think there will be an assassination?
Oh, I don't believe there's any question. Of course there will. Even the mighty must fall.
Are you sure?
Peter, do you know anyone with better sources of information than myself?
No, Josiah, that's why I'm here.
Then you may rest assured the governor will meet his demise on schedule.
How's it going to happen?
With dispatch.
Look, Josiah, at the risk of offending you, I would like to prevent it.
Why? They'll appoint another governor.
Well, maybe I can appeal to your sense of decency. No, I take that back. Look, can you tell me who's involved?
I believe there's an old axiom about quitting when you're ahead.
Meaning?
Peter, you and I are practical men. If I were to divulge any further information to you, doubtless we would be eliminated. As it is now, we stand to lose only a governor. Ooh, Horatio. Don't just swallow. Chew your food.
All right. What about 22 and 26? Fine. I want every man on duty. All days off canceled. What about Flanagan? Well, isn't that too bad? You tell Flanagan if he's worried about his day off, he can take out a private detective's license.
Lieutenant, let's not be jocular about private detectives.
I've got every man out, most of them over at the airport. You know something?
Hmm?
If you're wrong...
Lieutenant, they're going to hit the governor.
I've still got a depressed feeling. I should get this fixed.
What?
My head. You walk in with a rumor, I turn the whole department upside down. Either I'm emotionally unstable or maybe I'm just an aging lieutenant.
Lieutenant, in our hearts, you'll never grow old.
Jacoby, at a time like this... Oh, Mother.
Hello. Hello, Mother. Oh, no clients. Well, have her leave her name. I'll get back to her. Thanks.
It's a momentous occasion. You're turning down clients?
Look, about the governor.
Are you offering to help?
I'd like to. Maybe I should ask around.
Well, ask fast. The governor's plane is due in pretty quick.
All right, all right.
You know something?
What?
It's times like these I wish I had friends like yours.
Are you referring to my coterie of misguided souls?
They're stool pigeons, but we can't afford to pay them.
I'll get back to you.
Jacoby. Flanagan. I don't care if it's your wife's night at the hairdresser's.
Mr. Gunn? I was waiting at Mother's. She made a call. Said you weren't taking any clients.
Well, not tonight. I'm sorry.
It's very important, Mr. Gunn. My brother has some...
Look, miss.
My brother has some information. It's about the governor.
What about him?
Here's the address. Just walk in. My brother will be waiting.
Gunn?
That's right.
That's far enough.
I'd like to see who I'm talking to.
Not this time. Now, first, I've got to find out whether you're going to buy.
Well, I don't buy anything in the dark.
Not even the governor's life.
I'm listening.
The governor's going to get it from a high-powered rifle.
How do you know?
Oh, I know the whole plot. Point is, I'm willing to sell. I'll tell you exactly where that rifle is. For $100,000.
Really? It's a lot of money.
And very little time.
This could come up extortion.
Why? If the governor gets it, there'll be a reward of at least $100,000. I'm willing to save his life for $100 grand.
You've just given me a thought. Maybe you have no intention of killing the governor. Just trying to collect on the threat of it.
You willing to wait till the plane lands to find out?
Destroying private property, Lieutenant?
Talk about inflation. You put a coin in, you don't get anything.
Well, I think I've got something. Maybe. Only it's going to cost more than a nickel.
I could use about 150 more policemen.
I could use $100,000. You don't happen to have $100,000 handy.
It's an unhandy amount. Now, if we're through with all this light chit-chat and funny sayings...
Look, Lieutenant, I just talked to a man that claims the kill's going to be done with a high-powered rifle. He'll tell us where the rifle is for $100,000.
You believe this?
No, but he had a pretty good exit line. Can we wait long enough to find out?
Who's the man?
Oh, it's a long, involved story. The point is, how do you want to play it?
Why don't we pick him up and talk to him?
No, that won't work. He set it up too good. Do you or don't you want to negotiate? Lieutenant, we don't have much time. You there?
Now drop the gun. You have 2 seconds. Now turn around.
You move around.
It's safer that way. Did you bring the money?
It's going to take a little time to raise it.
I thought we had that out.
You'll get it. They're going to make a deal.
When I see the cash, I'll know that.
The banks are closed. No chance of getting it before morning.
Well, then we have nothing to talk about.
I think we do. You said people were watching. All right, have a couple watch me. If I don't get the money before morning, They can pick me up. I'm your collateral.
I don't usually do business that way.
You killed the governor and you're out of business. Come on, you've got me. We're willing to cooperate. What more do you want?
All right, I'll take a chance. But keep one thing in mind. You're taking a bigger chance.
Where's the rifle?
In a storeroom at Oceanic Air Freight. Upstairs, across from the loading ramp.
Very cordial.
Yeah. Like welcome to our fair city.
Find out who owns this company. It's probably a phony name, but check it anyway.
Something bothering you?
Either I've got indigestion or a sinking feeling.
Got one myself.
Yeah. If this is an assassination, there ought to be somebody around to fire the gun.
Reasonable.
We were led here.
Decoyed?
Because there's probably another gun in the city, the one that's really going to do the job.
That's fine, just fine. We stand around and figure.
Well, somebody's loading that other gun.
Nice.
Yeah, real nice. We checked. The plane's on time. It's exactly 3 minutes to landing.
Thank you very much. It's very nice to see you all again. I understand that many of you know I was supposed to be greeted here in a slightly different fashion. Now, some of you haven't thought it my demise. Might change your mind when I tell you my recommendation for the next legislature. At that session, I will emphasize two important measures. I favor the new water project, and I strongly advocate the farm bill. I believe they're both in people's interest and should be given every consideration. Thank you very much for your hospitality. And I hope to see all of you again on my next trip through.
Well? Well? So?
Can't put a finger on it.
What?
It doesn't float. Big, elaborate assassination plot and nothing happens. What was the purpose?
Good question.
I don't suppose it'd do any good to look up your friend.
Who, Rattan Raymond? He's probably taken his curtain and flown.
So why did he lead us to that rifle?
You tell me.
Why did he...
Look, Lieutenant, I've got a lot of questions, too, but I don't think any of them are going to get answered tonight.
93, Jacoby. All right, get a net down. Every road out of town, bus depot, train depot. Get those roadblocks up. I'm coming in.
What is it?
Nothing much, except all your questions just got answered. First Mercantile Bank, other side of town.
Don't tell me.
While we were here playing watchdog, they knocked over the bank. They knocked it over for almost $1 million.
It's a darb, ain't it?
It's confusing. What is it?
Old Ironside.
Really? What's it for?
It's an art building a boat inside a blown glass bottle.
Felony, this is not a blown glass bottle. Anybody could put a boat in here. There's no neck.
I know, that's what I'm studying, see.
Oh, it takes years to develop the art of glass blowing. When did you take up this dodge?
My parole officer figured I needed something to occupy my time. This book is lying around, so...
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to take you a lot of time to get this neck back on this bottle.
I know, and that's what bugs me. See, if it was a safe, it'd be so simple. I'd have my torch, I'd weld the end of it on.
Felony. Speaking of safes...
No. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it either freelance or otherwise. See, the parole board's like the union. They got a lobby against it.
I'm talking about the safe in the Mercantile Bank.
Yeah, lots of folks are talking about that. That was a pretty fair heist.
Who might have engineered a job like that?
Well, there's all kinds of talent around. Local and imported. Like wine, you know.
Go on.
Well, I figure it could be an outside job. Engineered from the inside.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing in particular.
This help your trend of thought?
Yeah, well, now that the trend of thought has been established, why don't you try talking to the head cashier?
That's police business, routine.
Yeah, I know, but in the meantime, the money could be on its way out of town.
The cashier's name?
Harry Grover.
Yes?
Mr. Grover?
That's right.
My name's Gunn. I'd like to talk to you.
Well, it's rather late.
Would you rather talk to me or the police?
Come in, Mr. Gunn. All right. What about the police?
They're usually interested in bank robberies.
Well, I just learned about it from our manager. It's a terrible thing.
Well, that depends on which side you're on.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Gunn?
I'm not going to waste any time for either one of us, Mr. Grover. It goes like this. There was an inside man on that bank robbery. The police are going to get over here in a hurry.
Me? You're saying that I...
That's what I said.
That's ridiculous.
I think you're in this over your head. The gang that pulled that job were pretty thorough. They're probably pretty deadly, too. The one thing they're not going to want around is a man who's going to tell some stories. You. Particularly if he's a nervous man.
It's assumption. All of it.
Is it? Answer me this. Have they paid you yet? No. No, and they're not going to. They're going to come back here and kill you. You're an amateur. You probably don't know it, but that's the way the pros do it.
What is it? What are you trying to do?
Keep you alive. You've only got one way to go. Tell your part in this to the police, then tell them who actually pulled the job. You probably get 1 to 2 years, suspended sentence. That's what's known as turning state's evidence.
But I...
You what?
I didn't do it.
Mr. Grover, I hope you have a big insurance policy.
I want Unit 4 and 12 to seal off the bridge. Recheck Unit 7. Put Unit 5 on a 10-minute callback. Jacoby.
Hello, Lieutenant. I think I've got some information for you. Only there's just one small problem.
Like?
He may not live long enough to make it interesting.
Who is it?
Head cashier at the bank, Harry Grover, 412 Edgemont. I think you better pick him up.
Thanks. I'll send a couple of men over right away.
PD 1300, please. Lieutenant? I don't know how you did it, but congratulations.
For what?
For getting 2 men over here before I could even hang up the phone.
Pete, what are you talking about? I didn't send anybody over there yet.
Pete! Pete!
Officer, may I see a minute? We're on emergency, sorry.
Sloan, what is this? Why was I brought here? I thought these men were police officers.
Just be calm, Mr. Grover.
But this wasn't part of our arrangement. Give me my share. Let me go.
Sure, Mr. Grover. Fine. Now get him out of here and let's start loading the cash. Now play it straight, but be careful. Remember, you're carrying $1 million in this trunk compartment.
You want me to take care of the real cops?
No, leave them tied up. We don't need any cop killing. Now remember, when you get out on the street, start the sirens.
Don't bother about the sirens.
I never use a gun, Lieutenant. Somebody might get hurt.
Put your hands up there. Better take them down on this. Make it a package deal. What about Ernie and Mac?
A couple of pretty good raps in the head, but they're okay.
Let's get some fresh air in here.